Hey there, Sparkrock community. We're back with another release for Sparkrock Ed HRP version 5.2.2610. This video will walk you through some new enhancements included in this release, such as support for multiple work locations per employee, some changes to British Columbia pay stubs, and Manitoba reporting and reconciliation enhancements. Let's get started. This release introduces a new way to manage employees who work at multiple locations without needing to create multiple position records. Previously, each position in the system was tied to a single location. That meant if an employee worked across multiple sites, administrators often had to duplicate position records just to reflect those additional work locations. Well, with this enhancement, you can now manage multiple work locations directly within Employee Spotlight. To do that, there's a new setting you need to enable. So we'll navigate to the System tab, then Settings, then Site Configuration. And if we scroll down to the bottom, you can see there's a new setting here, Enable Employee Work Locations. To change it, you select Edit, select Yes, and select Save. Now, when you navigate to the HR tab, then Staffing, then Staff Management, and open up the employee's record, you'll see there's this new Work Location tab. So when I select that and scroll down, the new work location tabs here. So with this tab, authorized users can view multiple work locations per employee and then add, edit, or delete location entries. So add one to this employee, we'll select Edit, then we'll select Add New, select your location from the dropdown, then add the FTE for this location, which needs to be 1.0 or fewer. So we'll put 0.25 here, and then the hours per week. Then we'll select Save. And if we want to add another one, we'll add another location and we'll enter the FTE. Now it checks and gives you a warning if your total is above 1.0 for the FTE. So if we enter 0.8 here, it lets you know that it exceeds 1. However, it does still allow you to save it. In our case, we'll just do 75. And if you need to, you can edit existing records or remove them over here on the right with the menu. You can modify it or delete it. Now, it's important to note that this feature is informational only. It doesn't impact payroll, scheduling, or absence logic, and is controlled by an organizational setting that follows the Employee Spotlight security permissions. So with this update, HR teams can reflect real-world multi-site assignments without introducing data redundancy. This release includes a set of improvements to make British Columbia pay statements clearer and easier for employees to understand. The changes are based on real feedback about what employees expect to see on their pay stub, and they're designed to reduce follow-up questions for managers and payroll admins. So here's what's new. There's a new description column in the earnings table so employees can better understand what each earning line represents. Now, these descriptions can be set up in a few places depending on the type of code. First, on the Payroll tab, under Board, and then Other Payments Maintenance, or under Group Data, and then OT and shift rates. Days not paid entries now show the reason, making absences and unpaid time more transparent. Speaking of the days not paid section, it's hidden when it doesn't apply, so you won't see an empty section on pay periods with no entries. Down in the time bank summary section, the labels have been updated for clarity, so it's easier to distinguish what was taken this pay period versus what remains. The new titles are Taken this pay period and Remaining. And finally, the overtime section has been removed altogether. The reason why is because the overtime amounts are already in the earnings section. Having it twice introduced duplication, and it might cause confusion for employees or auditors. Overall, these changes improve transparency, build employee confidence in what they're seeing, and help reduce admin questions related to pay statement formatting. This release includes a set of Manitoba-only payroll compliance improvements, covering calculation updates and new reporting and reconciliation views to support monthly and year-end review. First, there are enhancements to Manitoba's statutory deduction processing to better align with Manitoba requirements. So see the release notes for more information on the change. Next, under the Payroll tab, then the Reporting menu, then Monthly Periodic Reports, payroll teams can now review statutory deductions directly using the Board Deductions Summary monthly screen. So select the year and the month. Select Submit. Then under Reports, Process Report, there'll be the Board Deductions Monthly Report. When it's successful, you can open up the report. You'll see a report with the TRAF, FPP, and HE levy amounts for the selected month for each employee. Now for year-end review, there's also a new annual Manitoba deductions view. So again on the payroll tab, again under reporting menu, this time under annual reports, you select the Manitoba statutory deductions report, you enter the year, select submit, and then again under reports, process report, you'll see the board deductions summary annual process. And when you open it up and open the report, you'll again see that report for the entire year. And then finally, there's a new Manitoba annual reconciliation page. You find it on the payroll tab, under year end, and then Manitoba annual reconciliation. This is a read-only view that displays reconciliation results by deduction type, including the totals deducted, remitted, and the difference, so payroll and finance teams can quickly identify discrepancies as part of the year-end review. And you can change the year by entering the year for reporting, tabbing out of that field, and it will load up the new year. Altogether, these enhancements are designed to improve Manitoba compliance workflows end-to-end, stronger calculation alignment, clearer reporting, and easier remittance and reconciliation review, while keeping other provinces unaffected. It's a Manitoba-only change. And that's a wrap on Sparkrock Ed HRP version 5.2.2610. This release gives HR teams improved visibility into multi-site employee assignments, provides British Columbia employees with clearer pay stubs, reducing the amount of time payroll admins need to spend answering questions, and adds important deduction and reconciliation views for Manitoba customers. Be sure to read the full release notes, and thanks so much for watching.